In case anybody's hearing or seeing this type of studies for the first time, we see through scriptures that names have a lot of importance, and obviously they have a meaning. So every time that scripture gives us a list of names, is also given us a revelation through those names. So by translating the names themselves, we then read them and are able to get a deeper interpretation of the chapter or revelation, a prophetical revelation. So from chapter 10 of Ezra, and let's see what the Almighty tells us through this chapter, which is when they were separating themselves from the women from other nations. So verse 1 begins with Ezra, Israel, etc. So the help of the mighty one who prevails dwells with Yahweh, or well, I'm kind of hesitating because there are a couple of things, or a couple of ways in which we could say either the help comes through he who will rule as the mighty one, or Yahweh gives help to he who will rule as the mighty one. They're both true, but I'll just mention one. So the help of the mighty one comes through he who will contend with the mighty one of this world, who will rule as the mighty one, and therefore dwell with Yahweh, for he is intimate with Yahweh, the mighty one who lives for eternity. He will help he who will rule as the mighty one. He who contends with the mighty one will get help once he is joined to the first, the strength, therefore the crown. For Mashiach said that he would make us kings and priests, or a kingdom of priests. Once he is joined to the first, the crown, he will contend with the mighty one and prevail, for he will receive help. We could say he will receive help, for Yahweh has given him favor, or he will receive help from Yahuhanan, like Yahuhanan the Immerser, Eliyahu. He will receive help, that being Eliyahu, for Yahweh has favored him. Look at this. Yahuhanan, whom the mighty one restores. Whom the mighty one restores, El Yashib, which fits with the fact that Eliyahu would have to come back, so he would have to be restored. Even more when we think of Yahuhanan, whose head was cut off. So he is restored to come back as the help of he who will rule like the mighty one, the witness like Moshe. So when he contends with the mighty one of this world, he will receive help once he is joined to the first and receives the crown to rule like the mighty one, with the help of Yahuhanan, who has been favored by Yahweh and whom the mighty one has restored. Also, the fact that El Yashib, well, El Yashib can also mean the mighty one will return. The mighty one, he will return. Yashib, as you can see here, sheep comes from shub, which is to return. That's why Teshubah. Teshubah is repentance. So if we take the meanings of the names, he who contends with the mighty one of this world will receive help when he is joined to the first by receiving the crown to rule like the mighty one. He will contend with the mighty one of this world, and he will receive help, for Yahweh has favored him when the mighty one returns, or as the mighty one returns, referring to the second manifestation of Yahweh on this earth. Also, Yahushua came as the truth and the favor. Before Mashiach, there was only the law and the prophets. Mashiach came and brought truth and favor. So that's why now the last, as well as the chosen few, of course, who are the body, will be favored, for Mashiach already came to leave the favor available. So he will rule as the mighty one, he who contends with the mighty one, who receives help when he is joined to the first, and receives the crown to rule like the mighty one with his helper, with the help of Yahuhanan, with the help of the favor of Yahweh, that the mighty one will restore as he comes back to praise Yahweh while teaching shalom, throwing peace. That is interesting because he mentions El Yashib, he will return. He will be favored. He will have a help. He will be given a crown. So he will be given a crown and he will throw the shalom. And I say throw because that is the meaning of Yeru. And well, one of the meanings, depending on what root you attach to it or to what root you may connect it. Because it is said also that it comes from Yireh, which means he will see. So he will see shalom, or he will throw shalom, and throwing is instructing. I mean, it's the same word. So that's why teaching is what they commonly write in the concordance. My point is that that shalom and that teaching will be given through the voice, which comes out of the mouth like an arrow from the bow, which is given to the one who gets the crown in order to rule like the mighty one once he conquers and becomes he who overcomes. So once he's joined to Mashiach the first and receives the crown to rule like the mighty one with the help of Yahuhanan, whom Yahweh has favored, he will return and praise Yahweh, teaching shalom, throwing the peas like an arrow. He will praise Yahweh through the Son of the right hand. He will praise Yahweh through Mashiach, who is at the right hand of the Father. He will give testimony of Mashiach. Or we could say he will praise Yahweh, the Son of Days. The Son of Days will praise Yahweh. Benjamin was also called Ben-Yomin, meaning the son that Yaakov had at the end of his days, meaning he was the last of his sons. Therefore, he represents the last. So he will praise Yahweh, the son of the last days, as he teaches shalom. With the help, we could say, as he teaches shalom with Eliyahu. Also, obviously, they are both going to receive help from Yahweh and Yahushua in order to do what they have to. So teaching shalom and giving help to the congregation, receiving help from Yahweh, and with the help of Eliyahu, he who rules as the mighty one with Yahunatan, or he who will rule as the mighty one will receive the favor of Yahweh. He is whom the mighty one created, whom the mighty one made. That is from Asa. He did, he made. So also we could say he will rule as the mighty one who has been favored by Yahweh with the creation of the mighty one. Or he will rule as the mighty one when the favor of Yahweh comes to the creation of the mighty one, to what he made. And this is interesting because then he mentions Yahweh views, who looks to Yahweh, whom Yahweh watches over, which confirms part of what I said when we were reading the chapter. after the praise of Yahweh as the last son, the son of days, comes to teach shalom with the help of Eliyahu, then he will rule like the mighty one of this world, and the favor of Yahweh will come to the creation of the mighty one, and then he will be seen. Because once the two witnesses are killed and resurrected after the war of Har-Megiddo, the mighty one will be known by the whole world. The knowledge of Yahweh will cover the earth like the water covers the seabed. It is written. So just like Yahweh sees us, then we will be able to see him. In a spiritual sense, obviously closer, how can I say? Because when I say spiritual sense, that kind of means invisible, but through knowledge, through understanding, we will be able to know him. Similar to how Job said that he had heard of the mighty one, but then he was able to see him. Through the knowledge that he received, through the experience that he had, he was able to get to know Yahweh in a way that everybody will get to know Yahweh once the world goes through the experience of the great tribulation that is about to go through, or is kind of starting to go through. So we could say that by that time, Yahweh will be seen, for he will be known. Or we could say that Yahweh will favor those whom he made, over whom he watches. And he will give hope to those who are his friends, or he will give hope through his friend. Remember that Yahweh called Abraham his friend. It is also said regarding Benjamin, who is the son of days. So the hope will come through his friend for the Shabbat, meaning for the last millennium, when he will be joined to the first and receive the crown and the help of his salvation. The last receiving the help of Mashiach, who is the salvation of Yahweh. Yahushua, the salvation of Yahweh. Yeshua, his salvation. But it confirms the point of the fact that the last is helped by Yahweh through the salvation that Yahushua made available 2,000 years ago. Let me go back a little bit. So the praise of Yahweh is through the Son of the right hand. Which will be given through the Son of Days as the teaching of Shalom, as a help. The teaching helps us to be forgiven of sins, to know what's coming, to know what to do, to prepare. And he who will rule as the mighty one of the world will bring the favor of Yahweh with, just a second, because here's Jonathan, it's not Yahuhanan. So it wouldn't be the favor, it would be given. Favor is Hana, and to give is Natan. And we see that it is here, Natan, and over here, Natan. It is very similar to Yahuhanan, but this is Yahu Natan. So with that said, let me go back. He who will rule as the mighty one of this world is whom Yahweh gave to the creation, to those whom he created, over whom he watches over, in order to give hope as a friend, through the friend, for the Shabbat, which is the rest, the millennium, when he will be joined to the first and receive the crown and the help of his salvation. For Yahweh is righteous, For Yahweh is righteous. The righteousness of Yahweh will do the work of Yahweh. With the help of the mighty one, he will contend with the adversary and then become great. And then Yahweh will make him great, for he will become the Melech Gadol, as in the name Gedaliah. Yahweh is great. That's why he will give help when the last contends with the adversary. Yahweh will become great when he is revealed as who he is exactly, instead of whom the people have thought he is through the false doctrines. As he had said. How perfect. So, when he's joined to the first and receives the crown, or he will be joined to the help of his salvation. For Yahweh is righteous. So the righteousness of Yahweh will do the work of Yahweh. And with the help of the mighty one, he will contend with the adversary. For Yahweh is great. And he will be Melech Gadol, as he had said. Also, as he had said, my favor is the gift of Yahweh, which is dedicated for the work of Yahweh, whose mighty one is Yahweh. Meaning, the gift of Yahweh, which is his favor, Yahweh has dedicated it to those who work for Yahweh, or who are the work of Yahweh through his Ruach, and therefore recognize that the mighty one is Yahweh and not any other. They are those who are heard by Yahweh because they accept Yahushua, who is our intercessor. So therefore we are heard through Mashiach. And therefore those are whom Yahweh has heard and answered. For the mighty one lives, not like the idols who do not answer, for they are dead. So the mighty one lives. Now, because of this name, Uzziah, my strength is Yahweh, or the power of Yahweh. Let me go back a bit. Well, we still have a lot of names. All right. So, as I was saying, oh, and since I just saw this, that this was Eliah, the actual name, so let me go back to use it as the actual name of the witness. As he had said, my favor is the gift of Yahweh, which is dedicated for those who do the work of Yahweh. Or the gift of Yahweh is for those who are dedicated to do the work of Yahweh. Like Eliah, whose mighty one is Yahweh. Those whose mighty one is Yahweh are heard by Yahweh, the mighty one who lives. Also, how interesting that it brings the mighty one who lives, and then the power of Yahweh, with Eliah being right here, who is going to be killed to finish the work of Yahweh. So the gift of Yahweh, which is the favor, Hanani, in the root also of Yahu Hanan. The favor is the gift of Yahweh to those who dedicate themselves to the work of Yahweh. Like Eliah, who will be heard by Yahweh and be given life, meaning resurrection, through the power of Yahweh. And then freedom from the flesh, from the fact of having to come back again like he has done several times. And then unto Yahweh are my eyes. Like I mentioned, once that is fulfilled, the chosen few will be seeing Yahweh, will be able to see the Most High. And therefore, unto Yahweh are my eyes at that point. The eyes will look at the work of Yahweh in the sense of we will be able to see creation in a whole different way, or the people themselves being the work of Yahweh who are looking into Yahweh's eyes or looking unto Yahweh. So when the freedom comes and the congregation is finally with the Father and therefore seeing the Father, the work of Yahweh will be complete. We will see the Father through the work of Yahweh. We ourselves will be the work of Yahweh. Those who work for Yahweh, the Mighty One will hear. And the Mighty One will give. Okay, we have three names. There are, well, two here who are that are similar. Nathanael, given of the Mighty One, whom the Mighty One gave. Then we have Yozabad, which appears here as whom Yahweh gave. Yahweh has endowed. Let me go look at that for a second. Yahweh has endowed. Yeah, the only one they give. Let me see something else. Okay, I just remembered. It comes from Zabad, which is to give as a gift, bestow or endow. Like we saw regarding the father of Yahuhanan and Yaakov, the two disciples, whose father was called Zabdai, my gift. So there are two names that refer to giving. So we would think of two different gifts. Like for instance, the two witnesses, obviously the two keys to the kingdom, the key of death and the key of Sheol, which is the word of Yahweh and the testimony of Mashiach. Those are gifts that Yahweh has given us. And we could continue, of course, also the fact that we are given the double mantle, the double portion. Therefore, two names that refer to gifts also could connect with that. So the gift of Yahweh, which is the favor, is to those who are dedicated to the work of Yahweh, whose mighty one is Yahweh. They are heard by Yahweh and will be given life, eternal life. The many will be resurrected, the few will be given transformation. With the power of Yahweh, they will be given life. With the strength of Yahweh, and through it, they will get freedom and will be able to look at Yahweh through the work of Yahweh. They who work for Yahweh will be heard by the Most High for their intercessors, Mashiach. And they will be given a gift by Yahweh, which the Mighty One has made. So, as in, for instance, the new heavens and the new earth, I'm sure Yahweh will surprise us in many ways, but just to put something specific, the new heavens and the new earth which Yahweh will make to give to those who do or dedicate themselves to the work of Yahweh, who seek Yahweh through his son, Yahushua, and therefore are heard by Yahweh. Also, we could say they will see Yahweh through the work of Yahweh, through the creation, through the fulfillment of the prophecies. They will see Yahweh through the work of Yahweh, also through the coming of the last to finish the job. Like Mashiach, when he died, he said, it is finished. The last will also have to finish something like we know the seventh trumpet will fulfill everything that the prophet said. as it is written in Revelation 10. So once in freedom, his congregation will look at Yahweh through the work of Yahweh, which was done through him whom Yahweh hears. And I put it that way in the sense of the work that Mashiach did when he came for the first time was in order for us to be heard by Yahweh. And he, Mashiach, who is the intercessor, who is heard by Yahweh, is whom the Mighty One gave for us to be forgiven. The Mighty One gave to pay for our sins. So in a way, it's interesting, these two names here, because with all that said, we could say once they are free, they will look at Yahweh through the work of Yahweh, which he did through him whom the Mighty One hears, intercessor. And him who, the intercessor whom the Mighty One gave to those whom Yahweh has endowed with what he has made, to whom he gave the creation. There was something else I want to say here. So, like for instance, Nathanael, we could connect that with Mashiach, I repeat, because he's a gift. The forgiveness of sin was a gift through his blood. Then we have Yozabad. Zabdai connects with the father of Jacob and Yahuhanan, who represented two witnesses. Therefore, we could say Yahweh gave he who is heard by Yahweh to finish the work of Yahweh 2,000 years ago by giving us forgiveness, that being Mashiach. But he also would give the desired of nations, the witness like Moshe, with Yahu, in order to complete what he has created. So we have work of Yahweh, Ma'azayah, and we have Elazah, what the Mighty One made or did. We have Nathanael, whom the Mighty One gave, and we have Josabad, whom Yahweh has gifted. My point is, just like the few and the many, like the first and the last. Yahweh gives two gifts because there are two peoples, because there are two manifestations, because there are the first and the last. So once they are free, and well, like you have seen, this can be said like everything else in many ways, but I'll say it again to continue with the next verse. Once they are free, they will look at Yahweh through the work of Yahweh, which he made through him who is heard by Yahweh, whom the Mighty One gave 2,000 years ago. He whom Yahweh has gifted or given as a gift is who will finish what Yahweh made, or he will do the work of him and then be joined first, meaning he is heard by Yahweh, and he receives the crown that Yahweh gave him. He will be renowned. He will be renowned as he whom Yahweh has dishonored. That is sad, but it fits with the fact that when Mashiach, for instance, was being killed, everybody thought he was being cursed because he was hanged from a tree. So they were saying, if you are the Messiah, then come off the cross, come down from the cross. So they saw him as dishonored. He was humiliated. He was mocked and everything else. And so will the two witnesses. They will be renowned. They will be famous eventually because they will be hated by the whole world. Why? Because the whole world will see them as dishonored by the Mighty One himself. And they will try to cripple their teaching and therefore their assembly, their congregation. They will dishonor them and then kill them, as in cripple them, similar to when Jacob fought with Elohim and then was linked to him because of what the angel did to him during the fight. So once he's joined to first receive the crown that Yahweh gave him, who became renowned as dishonored by Yahweh when he was crippled. But then the assembly will be freed by Yahweh. They will be set free. And they will praise Yahweh, as in the Mount Zion, with the name of the Father and the Son on their foreheads. For the Mighty One will help them. Now, as we know, the last will be killed. Then he will go, well, he will be resurrected. Then he will go up to heaven and kick Satan out of heaven. Satan, he was the greatest or most renowned, famous angel in the second heaven. And because of his rebellion, he would be dishonored by Yahweh. And Yahweh would take the light that he gave him from him, so he would become spiritually crippled. So with that in mind, we could say, once the last is joined to the first and receives the crown, Yahweh will give him the famous one whom Yahweh has dishonored in order to cripple him, for the assembly that Yahweh will set free, for them to praise Yahweh for the help that the Mighty One gave them. The Mighty One will come back, as in the second manifestation, to bring retribution. And I know this says restore, but Yashib is the name, so the first meaning of it would be return, to come back. When you return something to someone, you are restoring that something. So that's why it also has the translation, the Mighty One restores. Once also, if you want to take restore, Yahweh will save the chosen few, set them free, and then he will restore the many who will have gone to retribution after the oppression of the great tribulation, after being thrown in the fire. For that will be the last test, the last immersion. The first immersion was water, the second immersion was spirit, the last immersion will be in fire. Also, Uri can be translated as my light. So those who will be restored, the many who went through oppression as retribution for their rebellion, will receive the light of Yahweh after going through the immersion of fire. But as I was saying the first time, the Mighty One will return to bring shalom and retribution to those who caused the oppression of the world. He will come as the fire, the consuming fire, to make it fiery for those oppressors. And the Mighty One will prevail. When he contends with the Mighty One of this world as a flea. Remember that the flea connected with the fact that he will ascend to the heavens, like a flea is able to jump super high. And Parosh, we saw how he can connect also with the rider of a horse. So he who will rule as the Mighty One, he will contend with the Mighty One of this world as a rider of the white horse, who will go up as a flea, who will look like nothing or little, like Yahweh prophesied, just like a flea, whom Yahweh has set free. As I have mentioned, the flea connects with the last because of the fact of being small, seen as little, being able to go real high in the sense of interpretation, teaching, and also when he resurrects, go into the heavens. And as Parosh, the pronunciation of the word, of the name, it also connects with being a rider of a horse, like the last comes on the white horse. So he who will rule as the mighty one comes as the rider of the white horse. He will contend with the mighty one once he goes up to the heavens after being set free by Yahweh from the flesh, being set free from the flesh, as in during the resurrection. In fact, this also connects with going up, Ramiyah. In fact, let me check it out real quick here. Here we have the name Ramayah. You see Ram is here, comes from Rum. Rum means to rise up, to be high, be lofty, exalted, etc. So it confirms what I mentioned regarding the fleet, which goes up to fight with the mighty one of this world and is exalted after the resurrection. So going back to the names. So he who will rule as the mighty one comes as the rider of the white horse. He will contend with the mighty one when he goes up like a flea. When he goes to the high place, going up like a flea. Yaziel, he sprinkles. Let me check that name real quick as well. Whom Yahweh sprinkles, or whom Yahweh covers. Yaziel would be the name. Yaziel. Let me just show you for a moment. Here it is. Yaziel. It says Yahweh sprinkles, who exalts because of Yahweh, whom Yahweh calls. But if we go here to, you see two roots. One is Yah, of course, of Yahweh. Then we have Yaziel. Yaziel, and it says the assembly of the mighty one. So it changes a bit. So Yaziel would be the assembly of the mighty one. So in that case, Yaziel could be seen as the assembly of Yah, or he who will assemble for Yah. And remember that we were told about the sprinkling of the blood for the atonement of our sins. So going back to the name, which connects with both sprinkling, which is atonement, and with the assembly, which is the congregation. So he who will rule as the mighty one is the rider of the white horse, who contends with the mighty one when he goes up like a flea after the sprinkling. That is interesting because the two witnesses will be killed during Yom Kippur, which is the Day of Atonement, which is what sprinkling makes reference to, atonement. So after Yahweh sprinkles the chosen few to atone for them, also we could say whom Yahweh sets over the congregation of Yah, over the assembly of Yah, whom Yahweh sprinkles during Yom Kippur after the death of the two witnesses, one of which is like a flea who goes up to rule like the mighty one and contend with the mighty one of this world, like the rider of the white horse. Now, the fact that it says here, Malchiyah, my king is Yah, my king is Yah, fits with this. He who will rule as the mighty one is the rider of the white horse, who is exalted when he is resurrected, when he is risen after the sprinkling of Yom Kippur and sprinkling the assembly of the mighty one, over whom Yahweh is king from the right hand. The kingship comes from the right hand of the Father, for that is Yahushua, who said that he would make us kings and priests. The Mighty One has helped those whose king is Yahweh. The Mighty One has helped those whose king is Yahweh, those whom Yahweh has built up for eternity. They were given a gift, the gift of Yahweh, which is to be remembered by Yahweh, for he is the Mighty One who lives. The servant of Yahweh will be taken to a high place, like Eliyahu. That's interesting because Eliah was taken on a chariot of fire to a high place. So the servant of Yahweh will be taken to a high place, like Eliah, whose Mighty One is Yahweh, which also fits with the fact that the two witnesses, one of whom is Eliah, will be killed, resurrected, and then taken up, for they were servants of Yahweh who will go up after the resurrection, like Eliah went up without dying. And then the brightness of him. This, okay, it's translated as on where my eyes. Eli, oh, just a second. Let me just make sure that, I'm pretty sure you were careful enough to write it like it is, but let me check it out, because that is pretty much Eliyahu plus Aini, as in the eye, or my eye is Eliyahu. And in that case, it would be like saying that two eyes are the two witnesses, one of whom is Eliyahu, one eye, one of his eyes. Verse 27, El Eli, or El Yoinai. It doesn't have the hey, El, which is the Mighty One. Yo, which is he. Well, they translate Aeneas poor, but in this case, it comes from Ain, which is I. Okay, that's what my brother sent it like Eliyahu. That's interesting because the full name, so that's fine, brother. In the concordance, is found everything. So in the book of Ezra, this letter hey doesn't appear. If it did, we could see Eliyahu right here, Einai right here, as in eyes, the eyes of Eliyahu. We could say the eyes of Yahweh, my Mighty One. But like I said in the verse, it doesn't have the letter hey, and it's missing a letter yud. So even though the name, the full name would be Yahweh, my Mighty One's eyes, or my eyes are unto Yahweh, my Mighty One, the way it is written here could be said, well, because of poverty or even affliction connected with this word right here without the yud, it would go from Einai to Oni, which is like my affliction. So it could be seen as my affliction is the Mighty One, or because of the Mighty One, I am afflicted. The gift of Yahweh is to be remembered by Yahweh, for Yahweh is the Mighty One who lives and therefore gives life. To the servant Yahweh, who is taken to the high places, like Eliyahu, for Yahweh is the Mighty One. And the brightness of him will be seen by my eyes, or the brightness of him will go through affliction because of the Mighty One. But the Mighty One will restore when he comes back as the gift of Yahweh, or with the gift of Yahweh. who is most high. He gives strength to those who are in the cavities. Remember, the cavities connects with caves, and caves connects with Sheol, where the souls are. So he will give strength to those souls who are in Sheol. And Yahweh will give them favor, the favor of the Mighty One, which is pure, towards those whom Yahweh has afflicted because of their rebellion, because he whom Yahweh loves, he punishes. So since the many have been rebellious, they need to go to punishment before being resurrected. So he is most high, and he will give strength to those in the cavities in Sheol. Yahweh will favor, for the favor of the Mighty One is pure, even through the affliction. Then they will be built by the friend who is a counselor, as it is written regarding the last, who is a wonderful counselor. They will be built by the friend who is a counselor, through whom Yahweh has adorned himself as he returns, like they asked. That's perfect. Remember, Sheal is to ask, as in Shealtiel, the father of Zerubbabel. Zerubbabel means born in confusion. The last is born in confusion. That's why he's the prodigal son. And he's the one desired by the nations. He is the desired of nations. As mentioned in Malachi 3, verse 1, Yahushua is the sovereign whom you seek, because we seek salvation, forgiveness. And the last is who you desired. Normally, we ask for that which we desire. So that's why it's interesting how it's saying here, Yahweh will endow with strength those souls who are in the cavities. I could say that he will give strength to my cavities, but obviously he won't give strength to the evil ones in Sheol. So that's why I put there the souls of the many. So he will give strength to those who are in his cavities, Sheol, whom Yahweh has favored. For the favor of the Mighty One is pure, even to the affliction of Yahweh. The favor of Yahweh is pure, even towards those whom Yahweh afflicts. And he will build through the friend, who is the counselor, through whom Yahweh has adorned himself. He will return as you asked. So he who will build like a friend is the wonderful counselor, through whom Yahweh has adorned himself, for his second manifestation is the last, as he will return like the nations asked. For he is most high, and those who in the pit of the Father rest will be completed, and Yahweh will build them up as the work of Yahweh. So those who are in Sheol, once again, another way of seeing his cavities, those who are in Sheol, but in the part of rest, which is paradise, like pleasure. In fact, look, Adnah comes from Eden, the Garden of Eden. So how perfect. Those who are in the pit of the Father in Eden, they will be completed. We could say completed in the sense that they will complete their time there, and therefore they will come out in the resurrection. All will be completed in the sense that the many will finally unite, will be united with them. And then Yahweh will build them up as the work of Yahweh, the gift of Yahweh is to be in the shadow of the Mighty One, under his protection. And once he has built up, he will cause to forget all evil, all wickedness, all rebellion. And they will be dedicated through the help of the Mighty One, which Yahweh will lend help, right? Through the help of the Mighty One, which Yahweh will lend, they will be dedicated and recognize Yahweh as king. Therefore, they will be heard by Yahweh. Interestingly enough, Malkiyah connects with the last. Shemaiah connects with the first. We are heard by Yahweh through the first. The last is Yahweh manifesting as king. So he will cause to forget wickedness, and they will be dedicated through the help of Yahweh, which Yahweh will lend through the king, or to those who recognize Yahweh as king, those who are heard by Yahweh through Yahushua, heard with acceptance. The fact that the same root is used in these two names is like when in Hebrew, the same verb is mentioned twice to show a confirmation. There is no way that that won't happen. So in this case, we will be heard by Yahweh for sure. We'll not only be heard, but heard with acceptance through the Son of the right hand. How perfect, because we are heard by Yahweh through Yahushua, who is sitting at the right hand of the Father. So we will be heard by Yahweh. We will be heard with acceptance through the Son of the right hand and the Counselor, who is kept by Yahweh, and the Counselor, and they will be kept by Yahweh. They will be given wealth as a gift of Yahweh. The fact that a gift appears twice, even 3 times, it could refer to the type of wealth. Not 2 portions, but even 3 portions of wealth. We could say, like it's written, that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding are greater than gold and silver, true wealth. We could also say that we will receive heavenly wealth, earthly wealth, and the wealth that is below the earth, in the sense of the gifts or blessings that Yaakov offered to Yosef. 3 types of blessings. And just because that is important, let me go and show it here. In Genesis 49, when speaking to Joseph is an offshoot of a fruit-bearing tree, an offshoot of a fruit-bearing tree by a fountain. His branches run over a wall. That shows that the descendant of Joseph would be the last, the branch, while Yahushua is the fountain that he needed to have next to him in order to complete his job, which is to give fruit, which are the 144,000. And the archers have bitterly grieved him, shot at him, and hated him, because he comes as an archer himself. He comes with a bow, but the other priests will hate him. But his bow remain in strength. Therefore, he's given a bow and he goes conquering and to conquer. Galatians 6. And the arms of his hands were made strong by the hands of the Mighty One of Yaakov. They were made strong, meaning that he accepts Yahushua, who gives us strength. We can do all things through Mashiach, who strengthens us. And the arms of his hands were made strong by the hands of the Mighty One of Yaakov. From there is the shepherd, the stone of Israel, the cornerstone, Mashiach. From the Mighty One, your Father, who helps you, and by the Almighty, who blesses you with blessings, here it is, of the heavens above, blessings of the deep that lies beneath, blessings of the breasts and of the womb. 3 types of blessings: of the heavens, of the earth, and below the earth. That which is hidden, that which is not known even through this human history, that which is in heaven, that which is above all things, that which is spiritual, like knowledge and wisdom, and that which is on earth, like actual gold and silver, fruit from trees, all that is good and that is seen as wealth in this reality. So going back to the names. So it says here, they will be heard with acceptance through the son of the right hand and the counselor. They will be kept by Yahweh, who will give them wealth as a gift from the heavens, a gift from the earth, and a gift from that which is beneath. Like I mentioned, also we could say wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. For the mighty one is deliverance. I will give him my exaltations, for he has caused me to forget all evil or all pain. And he will be renowned, or he who was renowned, mentioned earlier in the chapter as the last being killed, will build an ornament for Yahweh. He will build the chosen few as an ornament of Yahweh. They are the exalted people who do the will of the mighty one, whom Yahweh has built up through the servant of Yahweh to fulfill my accomplishment, or to accomplish what he wills. And they will praise Yahweh, or they will elevate a praise to Yahweh. They will praise Yahweh while they are elevated. Those whom the mighty one restores through the gift of Yahweh. The gift of Yahweh, which Yahweh has made. Or they receive the gift of life, but they themselves are a gift of Yahweh, whom Yahweh has made. Those whom he built will be a building that is renowned, as in they will be the temple that will be respected and honored by the entire creation. Those whom he built, he will build up, as in those who were created will be resurrected. Also, as in the first and second temple, as in the few and the many, those who are transformed and those who are resurrected. They will be renowned once they are repaid by Yahweh for their service, for their ministry during the earth, during the time of this earth. They will be repaid by Yahweh through he whom the mighty one gave, the last as a gift, through whom Yahweh has adorned himself, which confirms what we just saw earlier regarding that name. Through whom the mighty one gave, through whom Yahweh has adorned himself. Who brought low my willing ones. Machnadbai would be, he brought low my willing ones. Also, what is like a liberal person? What is like a liberal person? All right, so it is formed by the word ma, which is what, and nadab, which is, if I'm not mistaken, royalty. Well, it's a type of nadab then. And I said that one because of Nadab, the son of Aharon. See here, Nadab. So written the same generals or noble. Oh, you see why that's why they wrote liberal in the other one, because Nadab is also liberal. But it also has the meaning of royalty. Okay, they'll come from the same. To incite, impel, make willing, to volunteer. And remember, Nadab and Abihu are a representation of the two witnesses. That's why they're mentioning Leviticus 16 when the Almighty is about to mention the Yom Kippur ritual. So, Ma Chanedaiv, this, in fact, actually, now that I see it in Hebrew, it will be who is like my noble ones, or who is like those who are willing, who is like those who volunteer. So like the martyrs who are volunteering to die, the chosen, the two witnesses, they are volunteering to be killed, are willing. Who also, the word ma connects with the last, as you guys know. The word me connects with the first. Yahushua is the who, me. Last is the what. And I just said who regarding ma, but actually the meaning of ma is what, one. The meaning of me is who. This is Machanadai instead of me Kanadai. So that's why I said it would refer to the last, who is willing. Also, that's interesting because, like I mentioned, Nadab and Abihu represent the two witnesses. Abihu represents Eliyahu. Eliyahu is Abihu because Eliyahu is the spiritual child of the witness like Moshe, who is the king. Therefore, Nadab, royalty, who is willing to give his life. Also, Eliyahu is willing, of course, but in this case, Ma connects with the last. Who is like Nadab connects with the last. Who is willing connects with both witnesses. Okay, the gift of Yahweh to those whom Yahweh made to be built as a renowned building, to be built up as a renowned building, the temple of Yahweh, the chosen few. And those who serve Yahweh as the temple, or in the temple, will be repaid by Yahweh, through whom the Mighty One gave, through whom Yahweh has adorned himself. Who is like Nadav, who is like the king, who is like royalty, the what, who is willing. Confirming it here, Sheshai means noble. The one who comes as Nadav, who is willing to give his life to become noble after he is released from the body, from this reality, through the help that the Mighty One gives, or through the help of the Mighty One, as he will be repaid by Yahweh and kept by Yahweh. The retribution that Yahweh promised, Yahweh has added it. The retribution that Yahweh has promised comes from Yosef, the last, whom Yahweh has added to the first manifestation as the prophet. How amazing, how perfect, how the names fit so well, and just the one that comes after confirms the one before, etc. I just find it so amazing, even though we do this all the time and we see it every time, but it's just amazing to see how perfect Yahweh ordered those names, and of course how they fit the prophecy that we see throughout all the scriptures. So the retribution that Yahweh promised, Yahweh has added it through the prophet who comes from Joseph as the Navi. And through him, the Mighty One will sweep away the earth. And as the gift of Yahweh, he will endow with a gift those whom he bought. When the time comes, they will be given love during the wedding of the Lamb. They will be given to love Yahweh and his Mashiach. For Yahweh is the mighty one. Yahweh will build them up. Or by this time, when they are married, Yahweh has built up as the temple, as the body. The temple is the body, and the body is the wife. So they will be built up during the wedding of the Lamb, when they're given to love by Yahweh, who is the mighty one. So that's how those names end.